It's almost time.
Happy, happy Halloween, 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 happy, happy Halloween, Silver.
Halloween 2018. Without the interference of my colleagues, I will say this right off the bat. I thought it was alright. I mean, shut up! Anyway, yo. My point is this. Jamie Lee Curtis coming back, amazing. I'm not gonna lie, even though this is the second time, but I feel like the cast was kind of like, they're relatable. I mean, it was alright for the most part, but honestly, like that first chunk, everything was just the build up to get to Michael Myers, like some of the deaths were gruesome. I'll say this. Of the entire Halloween franchise, even though this retcons everything, completely gruesome. If they're gonna retcon everything and Michael Myers is gonna be this embodiment of evil, there was one scene in particular where he should have killed a certain someone after killing somebody with a hammer. And I feel like if they did that, it would have taken it home. I know it's a dark thing to go by, but I mean, like, that would have been like, okay, I really want this dude to die. It would have gave me, the audience, an extra motivation. I feel like Jamie Lee Curtis kind of got robbed in the role. Like, it's just, in ways, like, if they focused more on her character, I understand the family aspect, but that's what we really came to see, the reunion between Jamie Lee Curtis and Michael Myers. I feel like we kind of got like that towards the end. I feel like this is an average entry. It's been getting a lot of rave reviews. I feel like everybody should go in with their own opinion. And unfortunately, I'll even give the Rob Zombie Halloween over this. I feel like that did a better job of the reunion. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 4 stars.
Right, so let me fix that trash take.
Oh my god.
With the
Get out of here.
I think this is the best Halloween since the original. I don't know what Jared smoked before this, but anyways, I thought from the beginning, like, it just, the whole tone was perfect. The documentary crew going and showing the mask, then it cuts to the title screen, music kicks in, has the old text, like the same text, all that. They nailed all that. I just thought this was great. Like, it lived up to the hype. It kept you guessing. I was on the edge of my seat. I jumped a few times. There were certain
a few times.
there are certain twists. Dr. Loomis, he's not Dr. Loomis in it, but it's basically his character. He sides with Michael Myers and like helps him out, and I was like, oh shit, like that was awesome. I did not see that coming. I thought the little black kid that she was babysitting, he completely stole the show. I forget his name, but he was the smartest guy in the whole movie. He got the hell out of there. There were so many great nods to the original. The best one was at the very end when Jamie Lee Curtis gets pushed off the roof and she's laying down just like in the original, but Michael Myers is laying down. Boom, she's gone. I was like, oh man, like they twisted it all, they full circle all the way around. All the kills, like you were saying, were super gruesome. My favorite one was definitely when the drunk kid is in that guy's yard and the motion sensors go off. And like every time they went off, he got closer and closer and closer. It's just like, like the kills were so thought out and it was like smart. It wasn't like a cheesy Halloween Resurrection, Halloween, like all the cheesy ones, you know what I mean? I'm gonna give this a 4. 4 out of 4.
Wow.
You couldn't have done this without John Carpenter's music. That set the tone perfectly. Perfect soundtrack, perfect cast. Everything was put together just the way a good horror movie should be. We're in a time where it's all jump scares and bad gore, and this is one of those classics that gives that tension, that puts you on the edge of your seat, not knowing what's gonna happen. Perfect 4.
Best movie out of the series since the first one, definitely. The interactions between Jamie Lee Curtis and Michael Myers is phenomenal. It's good to see her come back with a strength, to really see how strong she is. The callbacks, like Newman said, were really great. The one that he didn't mention is there is a Season of the Witch callback. Love that one. That one was really cool. Halloween's finally gone back to building tension. That was the best thing about this. It's not about the gore. It's not about how scary he can be. It's about the tension that builds between the characters and the villain themselves. And you're on the edge of the seat. You want to see it keep going. You want to see it evolve. And Jamie Lee Curtis coming back and not only, you know, being older, but Michael also being older. It's the level playing field, and she comes back and she's ready, and it's like you finally see her in a source of power and a source of just taking control of the situation from where she was in the first movie. I really see that from even being in the scenes where she's in the house and she's looking through the closet. Like I turned to Bucky, I was like, that's totally from the fucking first movie where she's cornered. And it's a 4 out of 4. Jared's trash.
Oh my gosh.
I have to agree with Newman. Not the best movie of the year, but it is actually the best horror movie of this year. Yeah. And we saw some shitty horror movies this year. And like I said, it's very well written. Danny McBride, funny motherfucker. Let me tell you right now, he can sure as hell write a horror movie. And I hope he goes ahead and remakes Phantasm. You gotta see it. It's definitely a solid 4. I don't know why Jared Trash takes it. Probably because Spider-Man and Venom, blowing each other's.
Yeah, out of here.
I'm not a huge fan of horror. That being said, I didn't like it. I feel like you have to be a fan of horror to like it. It was very 80s. I feel like as far as nostalgic movies go, this is a 4. Because it wrapped up everything nice in a neat little package. It did enough fan service so that people liked it. It subtly covered up the plot holes from the other movies. It did everything it was supposed to do as like a soft reboot or even like just a fun like closure movie. So in that aspect it's important. But as like your average moviegoer, I didn't like it. At parts I found boring. Like the first 5 kills to me while gore were just kind of like, alright. Towards the end I felt like a drug. Like I'm alright, we get it, he's creepy, he's hiding in the house, just fucking kill him already. I was waiting for that to get done. And just certain things are just like, come on, man. Like they're in a basement, they're in a fucking vault basically, and she has 80 million guns and she's crying about this guy coming after her. You know what I mean? And, for me, it just felt weird. She had a crossbow for some fucking reason. I don't know what the fuck that was supposed to do to Jason, because this guy is shrugging off like.
You mean Michael
buckshot
Myers?
Whatever the fuck his name is.
Boo.
Alright,
That's why he like it.
at this point, it could
His
be
reviews
Freddy
are over with
fucking
people.
Krueger.
He's done for like just like Michael did.
As far as your average moviegoer, I'm giving this like a 1.5, maybe a low 2. But as far as nostalgic movie or like a throwback to another movie, I'll give it a